Hi, I hope everyone is doing well. For my discussion board post, I chose to look at the aspects of Unitarianism and its role in American history. I chose this denomination because honestly, it's one that I've never been exposed to. Unitarians, whose beliefs are rooted in Christianity, base their beliefs on rational questioning rather than church authority. They accept that beliefs can change with new understanding. Their principles are formed by life experiences, and they also see themselves as part of a natural system of earth. What really sets them apart from other Christians is their disbelief in the Holy Trinity. During the London controversies of 1687 to 1698, a letter was sent by Minister Stephen Nye that demonstrates their beliefs regarding the Trinity. Nye claimed that Jesus was only a servant of God. He held no divine properties. They see God as unique and Jesus as a human follower. According to George Willis Cook, who's done extensive research on Unitarians, the origin of Unitarianism are found in men that considered themselves Orthodox Christians. He claims that initially the movement was not sectarian in nation, but was essentially a common sense approach to Christian theology that allowed individuals to base reasoning on personal experiences and common sense. He also asserts that Unitarianism beliefs came to North America with the Puritans. He points to people such as Roger Williams, who in their individual that were individual in their beliefs, but considered dissenters due to their refusal to conform to the established laws regarding religion. This individualism really found its place as the congregations of the colony shifted into a more democratic religion. And during the Great Awakening, the Unitarians, or the more liberal Christians, opposed the revivals because they were so far removed from the Orthodox Christian faith. It was during this period that they really found a sense of unity, as more Unitarian members or people with those beliefs were willing to make known their Unitarian views, and they kind of found each other during this period. In 1805, we have the beginning of the Unitarian controversy. In this period, we see the Unitarians evolve into a more traditional denomination, but like other traditional denominations, once they get their footing, they run into trouble, and we see a divide among the Unitarians into the liberal and conservative groups. The conservative members held on to the traditional beliefs that were really rooted in Christianity, while the liberal side changed to a more literary-based preaching style and tried to distance themselves from the traditional Orthodox Christian views. Some key figures in our American history have been known to have these Unitarian views. One of those people is John Adams. While his family history is rooted in Puritan values of hard work and service, many historians have pointed to his Unitarian ways. As Wesley Farmer noted in his study, Adams called himself a Unitarian later in his life in letters that he sent to his son. Farmer also notes that Adams did not believe in the Trinity, but felt that Jesus was a man of great ethics and was chosen by God. This is a common thought among many Unitarians of this period. It is interesting that even though Unitarians believe in an individual relationship with God, in which one's life experiences determine their interpretation, and that the authority of the church should not dictate your relationship with God, the Unitarians of Massachusetts in 1832 blocked an attempt to remove government funding from religious institutions. They wanted these institutions funded because they felt and argued that this was the best way to teach morality to the citizens. While the Unitarian beliefs were not accepted by many denominations, the image of the Unitarian faith has really evolved over time. The last American president to identify as a Unitarian was William Howard Taft, and his ties to this denomination were considered a liability, as many Americans at that time didn't really truly understand Unitarianism and associated him as someone who did not believe in God. I do think it would be interesting to see how many modern denominations have implemented ideas from the early Unitarians. With the exception of the views on Trinity, it seems that the focus on moral behavior and personal relationship with God views are ones that most people share today.